Hey guys, this is the Writing Prompt channel. Here, we take posts from Reddit and read out loud the best stories with the help of a bot. Enjoy this amazing story. The Writing Prompt by user Jasper_Ridge. Dragons. They're known for hoarding valuables, anything from gold to rare books. That is not a trait shared by their cousins, the Wyverns, who are beyond generous. You live between a dragon cave and Wyvern cave. When one is not stealing your property, the other is giving it away. Today that stops. Here is the amazing story made with the help of the prompt by user Laundry Money. The pile of gold laid radiant in the morning sun, glistening with dew as it sat unguarded on a small tree stump. It wasn't a lot of gold, but it had been brightly polished and cleaned, becoming irresistible to any that coveted treasure. The bait was laid. Two shadows descended from either side of the tree stump, disrupting the light show. But for onlookers, that did created a tension of a different sorts. The bright red drake, who stood on the east side of the treasure, sat back awkwardly on his hind limbs and gently scratched his chin in ponderance as he contemplated his rival's presence. The wyvern pitched on top of the only remaining tree in the area, which greatly bent under the large beast's weight, folded his wings respectfully to his body, and NBSP. Oh my, what do we have here? Why, it's only a small handful of gold coins. Some poor farmer must have left his treasure out, the dragon exclaimed loudly as if to himself. And NBSP. The wyvern gave the dragon a quick glance before speaking. Surely such a small pile of gold wouldn't interest such impressive and mighty creatures such as ourselves. And NBSP. Oh, of course not. I merely came to nap in the morning light, the dragon hastily answered. The two eyed each other and simultaneously came to the same conclusion, that they were both equally full of shit. And NBSP. I would dare to say that I landed first, exclaimed the dragon as he approached the stump on all four of his legs, smoke exuding from his nostrils as his tail flicked aggressively. Meanwhile, the wyvern hopped off its perch and walked forward, raising his large bat-like wings menacingly towards the dragon as noxious, venomous saliva dripped from its maw. Ah, but I circled the hill first from the sky. Clearly I found it before you. The two stood less than 10 feet apart from each other in front of the small handful of golden yellow coins, posturing and analyzing each other for weaknesses. And NBSP. Excuse me, a polite voice spoke out, belonging to a not-so-young man. The figure approached the tree stump from a small blind at the base of the hill, and wore simple clothes that matched his tan complexion. With the attention of both creatures, the man took a moment, placing both hands on his knees, breathing hard. Thank you both for coming. I figured this was the quickest way to get both of your attention. You see, I live exactly in between both of you, and as a neighbor I have a few complaints. And NBSP. The dragon and the wyvern quickly looked at each other and bellowed, spewing flames and toxic spittle simultaneously. The man watched and waited for their laughter to end as his expression became increasingly more stern. Respectfully, I would appreciate it if you would stop taking my stuff. And NBSP. The dragon chuffed and responded. And what would you do if I said no, little man? And as if in agreement, the wyvern laughed and quickly rebutted, if did that, how would I reward my worshippers? Quote. And NBSP. The old man, who looked less than amused at this point, stared blankly at the two as he asked, so nothing I can say can get you to stop? Exchanging looks, the two beasts began a chorus of laughter again. That is until they heard the man use words of power. The dragon's powerful tail began to shrink while his entire body became minuscule. At this point his wings had disappeared altogether and all smoke from his toothy mouth had evaporated. The wyvern in the meantime had equally shrunk. The main large quills on his body began to form soft yellow feathers while his tail disappeared altogether, forming more feathers instead. His large sharp talons became little feet as his form took that of a bird. At the end of their transformation, a small horned lizard and a yellow canary stood at the edge of the tree stump, stupefied by the events that had occurred. And NBSP. The old man nodded his head, chuckled once to himself, and began descending from the hill to enjoy a quiet respite free of trespassers and thieves. Meanwhile, on the stump, a small canary fought over a single gold coin with the horned lizard in the light of the morning sun. And NBSP. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to give advice or critique. The end. Thank you guys for checking out this channel. Please subscribe, like and share this video. See you in next one. Thank you and goodbye.